How much time?
58 seconds.
Okay.
I think we have 19 at one time.
Sounds about right. At this time, we welcome to the stage champions of the Patriot League. Joining us, Matt Rogers, who was able to score 7 points tonight after suffering an injury in the first half. MVP of the Patriot League tournament, first team all-conference. Geoff Sprouse led the Eagles tonight with 18 points, and their head coach, Duane Simpkins. Coach, before we get to questions that are student athletes, your opening statement on a fantastic season.
Yeah, really proud of the young men in our program. A number of these guys, the vast majority of them, I did not recruit. I inherited these guys, and for them to buy in and trust our staff, was it easy? No, but I had their hearts and their spirits to the very end, and that's invaluable. As a coach, you want to have guys that buy in, that hear your message, carry your message out, and the biggest thing I was proud of a number of things, but I was proud of how these guys became a player-led team and not a coach-led team these last month and a half or so. So proud of my guys.
Open up the floor for questions for our student athletes. We'll go to the end on the second row.
Yeah, Matthias Chandler from the Eagle here. Question for Matt. Last time that you and I spoke, right after the championship win, you told me that you wanted to give your everything to the fans and to the AU community. Can you just reflect a little bit over the last 5 years?
Yeah. As you can see, I try to give them my all tonight. I feel like I still had a lot left in my heart for these guys because y'all don't know what goes into this process of being a college basketball player. It's really hard. Every day you got to go to class, you got to wait, practice, and then it's just repeat, and then there's so much hours that go into this. So for me to go out like that, unfortunately. I wish I could have done more for us, for the AU community, because they deserved a, NCAA win, but, I fell short today. But I was proud of the guys and how they responded and how they adapted with me not being out there. They played their hearts out, and I'm just super proud of this team.
Jump across the aisle, same mic.
Matt, could you just walk us through what happened with the injury and stuff like that?
It was a weird box out. Felt weird on my knee the first time. Tried to play through it. Had a sleeve on. Playing too weird on the second time. No results right now. Still figuring it out. That's all I can say for right now.
Third row.
Charlie Goldsmith from the Washington Post. Just what are the emotions of the season ending like this for you individually?
I wouldn't say disappointment. It's just a little upset. It's just hard. Because I gave a lot to this sport, so it's just you hate to see your body go out like that. But I'm not done by any means, but it's just a little roadblock. But we'll fight through it, and that's it.
All right, let's go to the second row in the middle.
Matt Moderno, Believe in DMV Hoops. For Geoff, when you see someone you're so close to and Matt go down, what's the message amongst the guys? And you've got a basketball game to still play, so how do you keep locked in and try to keep battling?
Yeah, he does a lot for us offensively. I think the main focus is sticking together, do what we do every day, trust our work. And other coaches believe so much, they have so much trust in us, in our work, in our shooting abilities. So that was really just the main message.
All right, 2 more questions for our student athletes. Let's go to the end on the second row.
Yeah, Adam Rittenberg with ESPN. Matt, when you came back, how did the knee feel? Was it the same issue that ended up happening, or was it different?
Yeah, it was just the same issue. Just didn't feel completely right, but I wasn't gonna, stop. You only get this chance. I only got this chance once in my life, so I'm not gonna quit by any means. I'm gonna give it all my all. And unfortunately, one more cut, and then just didn't feel right. So, yeah.
Second row.
Yeah, Matthias Jalen from the Eagle. Geoff, you're a junior now, and already through your junior season, you've been shattering American University three-point field goal records. Can you kind of just talk about you stepping up as a leader on this team, both in your character but also in your offensive abilities?
Yeah, the seniors they laid the foundation basically for this entire year. I've been with this group for the past 3 years. We've been so close on and off the court. They basically paved the way for me, myself, and the guys on the team and the freshmen coming in next year. So it's all credit to them, really.
Geoff, Matt, you guys are champions, and we really appreciate your fight here tonight. It's been over a decade that you guys have been able to put up 22 wins. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
We'll now open up the floor for questions. Coach, questions for Duane Simpkins. Let's go to the third row.
Hey, Charlie Goldsmith of the Washington Post. Just what were your emotions seeing an all-conference player, suffering a tough injury like that on this stage?
I was disappointed at the time, but I kind of had to put that aside really quick and figure out, all right, what's next and how do we play without him. That was the only thing that I was focused on. Now after the fact, it sucks. It sucks. This kid's worked really, really hard. We've coached him hard. He's come a long way. He's if you see Matt play enough, he's very feisty. He's very emotional, and sometimes it needs to be redirected. And this year, he has really grown in that area. It's going to make him a better player moving forward. It's going to make him a better person, learning how to deal with adversity. It was disappointing to see him go down like that, though, for sure.
And jump across the aisle.
Coach Simp, a couple of times throughout the season, we kind of talked about free throw disparities and, sometimes some gripes with the officiating. Tonight there was a big free throw disparity. How did you feel about that? Was there any frustration out there?
It's a couple down the stretch, but other than that, they drove the ball hard. They put us in position where, they put the referees in position to make some calls. We were without Matt, and we had to manufacture some baskets, and we shot a lot of threes. Our intention was come out in the second half. We had to get the ball into the paint. And I thought Eric Michaels did a really good job of posting and sealing deep. I thought we had a couple missed calls, but for the most part, no, they were the aggressor, and they deserved to touch the line as often as they did. I just wish we had done it a little bit more early, a little bit more consistently. But when a guy like Geoff shooting the basketball like he was, and Colin was making some threes, we'll take those at the same time, though.
Second row.
Coach, the Mount relies a lot on its big guys. How concerned were you going into the game about Cordelia and Adebayo?
Oh, a lot. Especially, offensive rebounding wise. They got good size, and the point of emphasis from a rebounding perspective on those two guys is when they do catch the ball and they go up for shots, they're hitting the floor and they're going right back to go get them. And that was the case a few times. They were well prepared. They did a really good job in terms of our ball screen defense. They got the ball out of their hands really quickly and got the ball to the nail at their bigs. And they made solid decisions. And, man, they made some shots. Deep down inside, I was like, they're gonna miss a couple of those chippies, but they made them. So credit to them for that.
Just a reminder, name and media affiliation for every question. Thank you. Second row.
Believe in DMV hoops. Duane, just want to piggyback off what you were just talking about. When they shoot, they're making shots that they don't typically make. Does that change anything in terms of game plan, or?
No, it just, obviously as the clock goes down, you got to start doing some things that you normally don't do. we don't press, trapping the first pass, but we did that down the stretch. It helped us get a couple of possessions. But other than that, you don't change a whole lot. I thought that our defense was pretty good overall. They made some shots. Our rotations were not good to start the game. They steadily improved, but by that time, basketball is a rhythm game. They were in rhythm by that time. They made some good shots.
Stay in the second row.
Matthias Jalen, the Eagle. Coach Simp, you guys shot pretty efficiently from the field tonight. Were you pleased with the shot selections and what you guys were making tonight?
Yeah, I was pleased with it. Those are the shots that we value, the shots that we work on. What we normally have to accompany that is this guy with his interior presence and then getting to the free throw line. And, it's tough to do. We shot 8 of them tonight. The possession battle was pretty much even. I think they had one more possession than we did, but they made 14 out of 17 free throws, and we made 5 out of 8. They made 9 threes. We made 13. So at the end of the day, those points in the paint, they hurt. 40 to 22, it helps you get to the free throw line. So that's where we missed this big guy right here.
Last question, third row.
Charlie Goldsmith, Washington Post. Just what do you take from the experience of being a head coach in an NCAA tournament game?
It's a bad feeling. I want to win. I'll take that. Just, in all seriousness, it's hard. I realize that. As a player, I went to the NCAA tournament 3 times, and, it's almost like you expect to do it. And, man, there's some really good coaches who've never done it before. So I don't take it for granted. This is gonna hurt for a while, but I'm gonna flip the page, and we got 6 very good freshmen coming in, and we're gonna start to develop a game plan of how to get better than this team and take the next step and get those guys incorporated into how we do things, what we do. But this is a dream. This is really a dream, and to do it with these guys, man, I get choked up every single time I think about these guys and what they've done for me personally as a coach. They've made me a better coach, and we'll be back. So.
A historic season for AU. Gentlemen, thank you so much for your time, your energy. We enjoyed watching you here this evening.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Great season, guys. Safe travels. Him is going to post the recording of the press conference and NCAA Digital Media Hub. It's ncaa.veritone.com. Transcripts are going to be provided here soon. Thank you.